Hey guys, and welcome to this video. My name is Kata, and I wanted to make this short video to share my experience actually with the Pisces full moon that we just recently had on September the 10th. It was a very intense Pisces full moon. Because it was in the sign of Pisces, it was definitely very watery, very emotional, and a lot of stuff was coming up for me specifically. And I feel like there was a lot coming up in the collective. There was just a general insane amount of heaviness that I was feeling. And it was like all encompassing. It was like coming from everywhere. It felt like this heaviness was coming from all directions. So I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that was experiencing this heaviness during the Pisces full moon. I think a lot of people were. I really feel like it was actually bringing up and forcing to the surface a lot of different things for us, especially unhealed and unprocessed emotions. I know it was definitely doing that for me. And what I ended up doing through the weekend, and to help myself process all of the heaviness and the emotions that were coming up, was a lot of journaling. Now, I have never ever shared my journaling with anyone. Like, I've certainly never come on camera to read out of my journal ever. Obviously, it's very, very private to me. It's my personal feelings, my dreams, my thoughts, and different things that I go through in my processing. But this particular experience was something that I just felt like I really needed to share, because I felt like it would be something that would help a lot of people who perhaps experienced a lot of heaviness during this time. So I'm just going to read my journal entry and share with you the experience that I had, and hopefully you can gain some clarity for yourself, or just for your experience through mine. So here we go. So this happened on Monday, actually, on September the 12th. So this was after 2 days of intense emotional processing, and basically this was the third day. So the 12th was the third day of heavy emotional processing for me, and that was sort of like this culmination point. Like, something just kind of peaked for me on the third day. So like I said, the 12th of September. So I will now share what I wrote, and hopefully it helps. So I woke up feeling very tired again, like I have the last couple of days since the full moon in Pisces on September the 10th. I was also feeling very heavy in my emotions, as if a dark, depressing cloud was over me. I felt a deep desire to cry, but the tears just didn't seem to want to come. Instead, I felt deep anger emanating from the depths of me, as if it were trying to burst through me, through a fit of rage. I felt deeply alone, unseen, and misunderstood by everyone I've ever encountered in my life. I felt I was without support or help, causing me to be so triggered emotionally. I could sense that something deeply buried and forgotten within me was rising, something I was very uncomfortable to face or look at. Why? Because it was painful, and sitting with this feeling really hurt. But I knew I had no choice. I could either accept this temporary pain and ride it out so I can overcome it, or I can continue running from it as I have for so long. But I knew I couldn't run from it, and this time I didn't want to. At first, I tried everything I could think of to ease my discomfort. I went for a walk, taking deep breaths of fresh air to cleanse my energy and recharge myself. I couldn't walk at my usual pace. I just didn't have the energy to. But my mind so wanted to push me, infuriating me even more. Suddenly, I heard my higher self saying, "Slow down. Honor your pace." So I did. I walked slowly and deliberately, paying attention to each step. It helped ease my inner tension, and I slowly started feeling better. But the rage was still under the surface. I could feel it. Once again, my mind returned to the usual thoughts of pressure to be productive, but my body wasn't having it. Although I don't drink coffee regularly, I decided to go grab one in hopes of the caffeine boosting me with the energy I so craved to have. Despite my walk, deep breathing, and self-aware pace, I was still feeling really tired and emotional. As I was getting ready to leave and about to sit in the car, I looked up. I had an urge to. The rain clouds were parting, and patches of blue sky were beginning to appear, as the sun was starting to shine through. Suddenly I saw a monarch butterfly flying overhead. Then another, and another, and another. I was in absolute awe, standing on my driveway, staring up. It was absolutely breathtaking. I started counting them, thinking initially a few might fly over. But they kept coming, and by the 50th, I stopped counting because my neck was getting sore from looking up. I knew, I felt within me that this was a huge sign from Spirit to let me know that I was supported, seen, understood, and deeply loved. To keep going and not give up on my transformation, however difficult it may be. I just knew in that moment that everything in my life was going to be okay. That I was going to receive the support I needed. As the butterflies kept coming for several minutes, I also realized they were all flying from the same direction, east, where the light is born every day. The message was multifaceted and deep, but I knew above all else that I was seen and deeply loved by Spirit. It makes me very emotional still to read that, because it really was such a profound feeling in that moment, and how I felt before and then how I felt after. It was just like a wave of butterflies, of monarchs flying over me. And it was truly this culmination point. I could sense that. It was this culmination point that I had come to. It was like I had birthed myself through this suffering, through this torment that I went through for 3 days. And it was so hard. It was so difficult. It was so emotional and so triggering. And I wanted nothing more than just to be alone. And, I didn't have that option. I had my child here and I had to take care of her. And that was hard. And I was trying so much to be strong for her through those 3 days. And she's wonderful, and she really understood. I explained the process to her of what I was going through, and she understood. But it was really amazing. It was very transformative, very, very transformative. And I feel this sense of clarity. And actually this morning I woke up feeling absolutely light and airy and energized. Like, I went to bed really late last night, and nonetheless, I still got up this morning okay, and I was feeling great, and I was fully energized. I haven't needed to nap today, so it was really interesting. It was a very, very interesting experience, and I find that when we feel lost and when we're doing this kind of deep shadow work, it can feel super fucking lonely, because you can't do it with anyone. It really is your independent journey. And from personal experience, because I have done shadow work so much in the past, and I'm still kind of doing it off and on, when the need arises, I can tell you from personal experience, it truly is our individual mission to go into those dark places within ourselves and to be able to sit in there and just love those parts that are hurting, that are sad, that are in rage, or that are angry or disappointed. And it was a really, really good self-love exercise. So that's my Pisces full moon experience. It was super intense, and especially being heavily a fire sign, for me, when the moon is in water signs, it's very difficult. It really just kind of explodes things out of me, and that's extremely comfortable. So just know that if you had a tough weekend, or if you had a very triggering or a very emotional weekend, then, look at those triggers. What were the things that triggered you? Because those are the keys to those unhealed parts of yourself, or those unhealed situations with people or circumstances that you are still harboring, that you still haven't processed. and I had to look at quite a few things within myself of specific things and specific people that I was getting triggered by. And I really had to look within myself and ask myself, why am I being triggered by this person or this situation right now? And what within me is still unhealed. And once I went in, you really do find those answers, but you have to go within. And meditation was definitely something that I was doing every single day, have been doing every single day. I'm actually really, really working now at maintaining a system for myself to meditate every single day. It just brings so much clarity and so much elimination is the word I want to use. Like, it just helps eliminate so much for me in terms of mental chatter and in terms of that negative, egotistical, push to be productive chatter that I hear inside. It really calms that stuff down. So meditate and use your time, whatever time you do have, to go within yourself and really look at those shadow parts and love them and heal them, because that's the only way you're going to come through it. Because I'm on the other side now. I came through something very deep within myself, and I feel like a snake skin, like I shed something this weekend through this Pisces full moon, because I had that intention. I really wanted to heal. I really wanted to connect, and I did connect every single day. So through meditation, to my higher self and to God and spirit, and the answers came. So that's my message about this full moon. And I hope that if it was tough for you, that you find some time to meditate, to give yourself some space for the new to come in. And the new can only come in if you purge the old, and if you're willing to sit in those dark places for a temporary period of time so that they can be worked out. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Do like, share, and subscribe if you resonate with the content of my channel. Thank you so much. Take care.